McDonald's has opened its first UK net zero restaurant today, but the chain, which relies heavily on meat and dairy, has been accused of greenwashing. It says the restaurant is just one part of its net zero plans. But whatever the merits of one company's plans, isn't the very fact that the private sector is attempting to go carbon neutral helpful for the planet? So, Chidi, let's talk very generally, shall we? Should we be encouraged that companies are increasingly wanting to be part of the climate change conversation and want to be seen to be green?
Thank you very much for that. Well, I think the fact that so many large companies are very publicly pivoting towards net zero is an indication that we've won the argument. It's an indication that environmentalists are being proven to have been right all along. But as they join our side of the argument, they need to be exact, they need to have plans that are functionally correct, and it's very, very important that their transition plans are managed by their operations, not their marketing departments. So McDonald's can have great adverts with good-looking artists and beautiful young children, but if they don't take care of their supply chain, if they don't make sure that they responsibly source the things that we eat, if they don't make sure that they don't encourage farmers to destroy the ecosystems and farm in unsustainable ways, at the end of the day, they still contribute to the problem, and that has to change.
Jen, would you agree with that? I mean, is transparency at the heart of this, and how much do we have at the moment?
We don't have much transparency at all at the moment when it comes to net zero plans, especially by private corporations. It's very rare to see any sort of published statements about what they're including in their accounting, how much they're going to reduce their emissions, how much they're going to offset. And if a whole bunch of companies are thinking of offsetting, well, that means we're going to need countries the size of Brazil to just be for us, only for a company maybe like Shell. So we need to know, in terms of planning, what countries or what companies are going to do in order to have any hope of figuring out if these net zero pledges are realistic. So the Secretary General has an effort underway. He announced at the Glasgow Climate COP that he's going to bring together some experts to start thinking about what legitimate net zero pledges and plans look like. And that could be a soft mechanism that really would have a bit of teeth to it in terms of all these companies using the UN as a platform to make these kinds of announcements.
Chidi, finally, do you have some optimism that companies are moving in the right direction?
We are seeing a move in the right direction, but there are exceptions. And as Jen very rightly pointed out, Shell, for example, were focused on an op-ed in The Guardian just 48 hours ago, where they said the operational plans, outlook, budget and pricing assumptions that they had given the public did not reflect their net zero plans. So we're in a world where corporations are stating one thing and doing something completely different. And that's not right. What we need is an alignment between the stated goals of these corporations and their actual operational actions.
Right, Chidi Obihara, thank you for persevering, even though your line was a little bit dodgy, but we got the gist of all of what you were saying. And Jen Allan, thanks both very much indeed.